This is our COVID Roundup and CDC update for October 25th, 2024. Starting off, for some reason, the COVID variant tracker has not been populated within the CDC dashboard, but I was able to find it in another section of the website. So if you want to look for it, copy this link right here. When we look to the updated COVID variant data, we can see that KP3.1.1, which has been dominating for the past few months, is now plateauing and is likely going to start ebbing its way out. And XEC increased from about 11% by variance in proportion to about 17%, which is a pretty significant jump, making XEC still on track to be the lead variant come this winter. So why do I think that KP3.1.1 is starting to ebb its way out? Well, when we look here to the Canadian Epidemiologic Tracker, we see that KP3.1.1 has already started working its way out in Canada, now making up less than half of all variants in circulation there, while XEC has continued to grow at a pretty extraordinary rate, making up now about 19% of all variants in proportion there. However, I still find it important to note that the MC clade, which are descendants of KP3.1.1, make up about 20% of variants in proportion, and they have a high degree of diversification, so those might surprise us, and there might be a strong variant or a recombinant variant with XEC coming. That could be on the horizon, but that part is just speculation. Next, looking over to the Walgreens test positivity tracker, it has been slowing its rate of decline over the past few weeks, indicating that it's probably going to start swinging back up again. Additionally, if we plot a line in our minds for these low values, we're right on track to be in that zone, so that makes sense that we're going to be turning around shortly, which is also an indication that the winter wave is well on its way. And as a reminder, you're going to start to see a lot of hospitalization data starting to be reported. This is again because of Medicare and Medicaid services have mandated that hospitals have to report COVID, influenza, and RSV starting November 1st, 2024. This is a very good thing. You're going to be hearing a lot of people complaining about this, especially hospital personnel. But to put this in perspective, only about 33% of all hospitals are voluntarily reporting right now, meaning we're going to see a huge influx of actual reporting, meaning that we're going to see a pretty dramatic spike in COVID cases being reported through hospitalization data, which will give us a better picture of what's actually happening, but just know that because this data is being switched on, essentially, that when we see this big dramatic increase, it's just revealing what's actually already there. It's not necessarily saying, oh my god, all of a sudden we have all these hospitalizations. It's like, no, you're actually just tracking the data now. That's why we're seeing it. Moving on to the New York State COVID wastewater surveillance map. As a reminder, anything that is dark blue is low levels of COVID in the wastewater, anything that is light blue is moderate levels, and anything from yellow to bright red is high levels of COVID in the wastewater. Since last week, there's been a decrease in the number of reporting facilities at the highest levels. It's dropped from about 44% down to about 40% reporting at the highest levels. Finally, moving on to wastewater scan and the 28 reporting wastewater facilities in California. While it is slowly turning, we are definitely starting right back up again, indicating that we are in our winter wave. And similarly, when we look to the 148 reporting wastewater facilities to wastewater scan in the US, we're seeing a definitive increase in the wastewater signal. So again, our winter wave has started, and for our early signal bumps, it's going up pretty quickly.